Good evening, students. This is 12th zoology video class. Last video class we have seen multiple fission. In that multiple fission we have seen repeated fission. In the multiple fission itself we have seen examples of amoeba, how this amoeba multiple fission takes place during favorable and unfavorable conditions we have seen, and also we have seen strobulations, and also we have seen repeated fission, and also we have seen plasmotomy. The next we'll see sporulations. What do you mean by sporulations? That is the one of the method where the amoeba can be reproduced or undergo for multiplications during favorable conditions, unfavorable conditions. How this amoeba multiplies, the methods of sporulations. That's what we are going to see. Take out your textbook, and here this is what the sporulations diagram. The examples of sporulations we are going to see is the one amoeba. Same amoeba we are seen in multiple fissions. Next, the sporulation methods also we are going to see examples as amoeba diagram. Here you can find the diagram of amoeba. Can you all see this diagram? So during unfavorable conditions, the amoeba multiplies by sporulations. What do you mean by sporulations? The spore-like structures, that is we call as sporulations, without encysment. What do you mean by encysments? Two or three layers will be formed or surround the body. That is we call as encysments here. Without encysments, the amoeba will undergo. Can you find there is no extra layers have been formed in the amoeba diagram or amoeba organisms? Nucleus, can you find here the parts which presents in the amoeba? Nucleus are there. I'll show you another diagram, a clear diagram. Nucleus can find in the diagram itself. The same diagram you can see. So nucleus and cytoplasms are there inside the body of the amoeba organisms. Here the nucleus breaks into several small fragments, or we can say as a chromatin blocks. So this nucleus are just breaks off. Each fragments develops a nuclear membrane, become surrounded by cytoplasms. Okay, the broken of the nucleus this develops a nuclear membrane and becomes surrounded by a cytoplasms and develop a spore case around its body. Here this is what the spore case around its body. That is we call as a multiplies of sporulations during unfavorable conditions. We'll see another one. What happens during favorable conditions in the amoeba? Here, when condition become favorable, the parent body disintegrates. Here, this is what the disintegrate. Just it breaks off. Okay, the parent's body breaks. That's they say disintegrate, and spores are liberated, each hatching into a young amoeba. Young amoeba. This is what the structure of young amoeba. The spore case. Can you find the spore case? During the unfavorable condition, the spore case are formed. When the favorable condition comes, during that time the parent body disintegrate. The spores are liberated. That each hatching into young ones. That is we call as a multiplications of amoeba in favorable conditions. The methods of sporulations. The next we'll see budding. Next topic is the one budding one. What do you mean by budding? The parent body produce one or more buds and each grows into a young one. That is we call as a budding one. You can mark it out, 2 marks. Define budding, they can ask you. So the buds separate from parent body, leads a normal life. Examples will see sponge one. Example will see sponge. Here. Sponge. So this is what the examples of sponge. The picture itself, in the book itself, you can find the sponge here. Yeah, this is the one. Leucosolinea. The sponge. Another name of sponge is called as a Leucosolinea. The sponge buds constricts. The sponge buds constricts and detach from the parent body, and the bud develop into new sponge. Bud develop into new sponge. Example, Leucosolinea. Then how there are 2 types of buds are there. There are 2 types of buds are formed. One is exogenous buds, another one is the one endogenous budding one. We'll see one by one. When buds are formed on the outside surface of the parent body, it is known as a exogenous budding. Example, Hydra. Here, Hydra, when food is plenty. Here, I'll show you another diagram. Here, this is the Hydra one. When food is plenty, the ectoderm cells and forms a small elevations on the body surface. Here, this is we call as a ectodermal cells. What is ectodermal cells? Dermal means layer. Ecto means outside. The layer which presents outside the body, that is we call as a ectodermal layer. And also one more layer are the endodermal layer. That's endo means inside the body. The layer which presents inside the body of the organism, that is we call as a endodermal layer. Can you find the difference between endoderm and ectoderm? Okay, ecto means outside. Endo means inside. The layer, 2 layers are formed. The ectoderm and endoderms are pushed out from the bud. The bud containing interior lumen in the continuations with the parent's gastrovascular cavity. When food is lodged inside the body of the Hydra, during that time, the ectodermal endodermal layer just they comes out and emerging out from the body, and they have contact with the parent with the gastrovascular cavity. So that buds enlarge, develop a mouth and circle of tentacles at its free end. Here, this is what the mouth and circles of tentacles you can find, and it's a free end. When fully grown, the buds constricts at the base and finally separate from the parent body and leads to an independent life. This is the one full diagram of the Hydra, exogenous one. The next one, endogenous of body, which means examples of Noctiluca. Examples of Noctiluca. This is the one examples of Noctiluca. Here, hundreds of buds are formed inside the cytoplasms. How many buds are formed? Hundreds of buds are formed inside the cytoplasms, and many remain within the body of the parent. This is called as a endogenous budding. In fresh water sponge and in some marine water sponge, a regular and peculiar mode of asexual reproduction occurs by internal buds called gemmules, and it is seen, okay, and a completely grown gemmule is hard ball. When gemmules are grown completely, they become as a very hard ball, and they have consisting of an internal mass of food laden archaeocytes. That's a type of food. That is, we say as a archaeocytes. You can find the archaeocytes in the diagram, the center part, round structures. They are called as a food one. Mass of food, which means more number of food will be there. So what happens during unfavorable conditions, these gemmules? During unfavorable conditions, the sponge disintegrate, but the gemmules can withstand adverse conditions. During unfavorable conditions, the sponge disintegrate. They break. Okay, but gemmules can withstand adverse conditions. The gemmules, they can tolerate when the worst condition comes. That's they say as the gemmule can withstand adverse conditions. When conditions become favorable, the gemmule begins to hatch out. So this is the structure of or explanations of endogenous of gemmules. The next topic is the one fragmentations. You can go through this Noctiluca examples. So we will give examples of endogenous budding means Noctiluca. Give examples of exogenous budding means that's we see as a Hydra. Okay, the next topic is the one fragmentations here. So have you all seen this diagram? Taenia solium. I'll show you another diagram. So this is the Taenia solium, full view of the Taenia solium, and this is also full view of the Taenia solium with the labeled parts of that organisms. What is fragmentations? The parent body breaks into fragments or pieces. That is we call as a fragmentations. That each fragment has to develop into new individuals. That is we call as a fragmentations. Fragmentations we can say another name of the fragmentation is called as a pedal lacerations. Another name of the fragmentations is called as a pedal lacerations. Here this is what pedal lacerations. You can underline. Instead of asking questions define fragmentation, they can ask define pedal lacerations or lacerations. So this laceration occurs in many genera of the sea anemone. So this is the structure of sea anemone. You can find this is the structure of sea anemone. Okay, in this genera only the fragmentations occurs. The lobes are constricted off from the pedal disc, and each of the lobes grows mesenteries. Each of the lobes grows mesenteries and tentacles to form a new sea anemone. That's a parts which are present in the sea anemone, mesenteries and tentacles one. And what happens next once if they formed? We'll see one examples of the tapeworm here. I'll just explain you the tapeworm in the next class. This is the structure of tapeworm. We'll see what is the structure of tapeworm, how it is going to be reproduced. Okay, what are the parts are present in this? All these things we'll see in the next class. Today we are completed. What is fragmentations defined? We are completed. Just I'll take out this textbook. Fragmentations defined we are completed. Then what is exogenous budding? What is endogenous budding? We are completed. Then what is budding? How it is formed in the sponges also we are completed. Just go through all these topics. It seems to be easy one, but you will confuse in this area. Draw all the diagrams what is necessary. This I'll give you the questions in the WhatsApp. Just write that question answer in your classwork. Send to my WhatsApp number before 6 to 8 p.m. Okay, do your work properly. Take care. Be safe. Bye.